Hi listeners, Ram Big Thighs here. What's that? You've never heard my voice before? Well, you could hear plenty more from me and my friends if you subscribe to the Goblins and Growlers Patreon at patreon.com/goblinsgrowlers. Guys, I'm looking at the map right now.
Don't you dare.
There's only one place I want to go, and it's Blue.
Blue? Yeah, Blue. The town of Blue.
Blue.
Well, that's not far from my home.
No, it's not. You can go to Blue.
Yeah, you jump on a skiff.
This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy live play adventure where a party of unlikely heroes embark on a quest to bring dragons back to their world.
Well, howdy, listener. Welcome to the Daily Crier Listening Show, where all the news in Variant and beyond can make its way, well, right to you. Now, I'll have to be quick. Artemis and I are cleaning up the garden today. So, finishing up their parlay with the Witch of the Woods, party heads back to the cart using glowing spores as a guide in the newly hostile forest. After some rest, the group splits up to take care of festering humanoid bodies, as well as release Alden's body from the material realm. And as a bonus, it looks like Johannes got noticed for his great deeds that day. Good job, buddy. No, those are fine where they are. Anyways, as always, y'all take care now.
Standing amongst the mists and talking about the relative morality of bringing back the metallic dragons, you're going to notice all of the mist receding back from whence it came before shooting into the sky like a beacon.
The mist knew we were talking about.
Is this before or after I've set fire to a pile of corpses? Set pile to a fire of corpses.
Mm-hmm.
It is probably going to be afterwards. The ritual did take a minute.
Those fires just got piled.
So you'll notice the ether shooting into the sky and dispersing.
We should probably go check on that. And Solinar rushes into the glade.
You find Alita and Johannes standing there, Alita looking at Johannes somewhat incredulously.
You good? Everything's good? I see a pillar of smoke.
That was... You notice that the body of Alden is gone.
What? Whoa.
That wasn't smoke, Solinar.
Oh. So... Success?
He's been returned to the ether.
Oh. Folks will be able to live their lives again without feeling quite so morose all the time.
That's the hope.
Well, that's positive.
Yeah.
Interestingly, when I was looking over the things for the ritual, I read some notes, and this is not normal side effects of a dragon dying.
Well,
the melancholy, the moroseness, that's not normal.
Well, you were there, right? When I was talking to Baba Yaga?
Yes?
She was saying that, like, the mist was full of his regret.
I bet it was.
And that's why it felt so bleak and so difficult and so terrible, was that he'd been holding all of that in for so long and now is just leaking out into the world. I cannot imagine going through what he went through.
She's going to kind of like look down, look back up, and then get up and be like, I'm gonna go back.
Back to the cart, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a good time for that. Oh, we should I should make sure that this pile of corpses doesn't turn into a forest fire, though.
But while they're doing that, you notice that Cole is starting to... A spot where Solinar had moved a chunk of bodies, he is now digging in the ground under where that pile was.
What are you doing, buddy?
He's going to ignore you and continue digging before pulling up something wrapped up in burlap.
This better not be another edible necklaces situation.
It better be an edible relic of some sort.
Ooh,
he hands it to
relics.
Yeah. Does it smell chocolatey?
You. It does not smell like chocolate.
Okay.
Dirt chocolate, my favorite.
Oh, heck yeah. Earthy.
Everything comes from the earth. I unwrap the burlap.
You find within the relic that you were missing.
Hot dog. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad you guys were able to keep this safe.
He nods.
You did good, buddy. Thank you.
He beams at you.
I take it back to the others and show it to them.
2 left.
Does some bodiless voice from the sky say that?
You all feel the sensation of just 2 left.
We all feel the sensation of a quest marker updating in our HUD on the top right of our screens.
2 left. Woo!
Well, Silver Temple should be somewhere around here, right? And he kind of looks at Alita.
It's near Marine. Not far.
Maybe we should stop in Marine and check on how things are going for Alaria and kind of in general, and resupply ourselves before we dive into what is bound to be yet another ferociously dangerous temple.
The chocolate temple.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
It's guarded by Oompa Loompas.
Mm-hmm.
4 out of 5 relics are guarded by ancient curses, undead beings, mind control, and just so many traps. But 1 out of the 5, that's a chocolate temple.
Grunka-lunka dunkity darmed guards.
9 out of 10 dentists tell you not to eat 1 out of 5 relics. As we're headed back to the cart, Solinar's gonna be like, I've been thinking about what we can do as far as getting Cole taken care of. I can't think of a safer place than the Alarian capital. Like, correct me if I'm wrong here.
Yeah. The Alarian capital's pretty safe as long as you're not inside any disappearing houses.
Oh, fair point.
I mean, what if the Boris Empire takes the Alarian capital?
Maybe we... Well, I know I might be a little odd, but couldn't my, where I come from be safe?
You want to go back to Aberdeen?
I mean, we could take Cole to see your parents, but that would mean going back to Aberdeen. Although, if we went back to Aberdeen, then we could probably get the old cart and all the stuff that was on it.
Unless they've burned it by now.
Oh,
Well,
no.
They probably didn't burn all that stuff. They probably put all that stuff in a large, conveniently labeled box, and they put that box in a closet that no one attends, so that we can just pick it all back up.
It's been so long, it's probably despawned by now.
Do you think it's in a box that says stuff on it?
The only thing I've got with Aberdeen is that it's a lot farther from Marine. And if Marine's where we're headed for the temple anyway, then...
There is a place that you potentially could find useful that is not too far of a detour from Marine.
I'm immediately suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're all looking at Alita.
This isn't Alita saying this. This
we're
is
all
the voice
looking
of the
away
sky.
from Alita.
This
We're all
is-
looking at the sky.
This is the HUD in the top right updating us again.
Mentioning that Saxon Heath has a connection to your party.
Sky is right. I'm from there.
Sorry, Johannes, do you want to run that past me one more time?
Yeah, the sky is right. I'm from Saxon Heath.
The sky told you that you're from Saxon Heath?
Yeah.
He also said something about an enormous shadow thing.
Yeah, when we were doing the ritual, I dreamed a giant dragon told me that I could breathe.
Just that you could breathe.
Oh, and also made an alliance with me. And also complimented me a lot, which was very nice.
You inside the ritual made an alliance with a giant shadowy dragon figure? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but don't worry, was not chromatic, definitely metallic.
I'm so confused as to what's going on right now.
Point is, the sky is right. I am definitely from Saxon Heath.
Well, should we stop in Saxon Heath on the way?
We could if we want to. We would be able to see my parents, and maybe we could drop coal there.
We're really running down the list of people at this point. If Johannes's parents don't take him in, we might have to call Rosemary.
So that he becomes Rosemary's baby.
Yeah.
Oh no. He's already got a demon inside him.
I still think the Ilarian Knights would be a really good spot. But also, I'm from Saxon Heath, and that's on the way.
Aren't the Ilarian Knights all out to war? Wasn't that what we decided?
You know what? A lot harder to say hi to them if they're all out to war.
I will say, I think there is a certain amount of sense to not putting coal at the Ilarian capital when the Ilarian capital is currently waging war.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like unless your parents are really militaristic, it's a lot less likely that Saxon Heath gets embroiled in all this.
Yeah, my parents are not really militaristic, last time I checked.
We could take him to Palabar. I've got some sway there.
I cannot stress enough how little I want to take Cole to Palabar and be like, "Hi, remember us? We set fire to your city all those months ago? Well, we've got a kid here. Take good care of him. Okay, bye."
Find that Chug kid or whatever, and he can look after him.
Chug fled the city by our recommendation. Chug's more likely to be in Marine than Palabar.
Oh, well, let's go find him then. He can look after Cole.
Guys, if you don't remember, the reason you told Chug to leave was because Chug betrayed the city of Rags.
He also had a funny name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Named like a Goonie.
That was the most Goonie kid if I ever met one.
Yeah, the Goonies never say die, but they do say where the city of Rags is.
Unbelievable.
Underground.
Snitches get unflattering nicknames.
Okay. It sounds like we stop in Saxon Heath, we see if the environment is right for having Cole stay there, and if it isn't, then we continue on to Marine, and we see if the environment is right for Cole to stay there. We all good with that plan?
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, Alita. How do you feel about Lord Alden in hindsight, with some retrospect on everything?
Solinar, I found out he died yesterday.
That's true.
Give me some time.
Okay.
Because there's a lot that has been discovered. So, let me sit on this, okay?
Okay. I'm not pushing. I just, nobody knew him as well as you did in the party. So
I just wish I could have asked some questions. That's all. Okay, so we're heading to where now? What?
Saxon Heath. We're gonna head to Saxon Heath and meet Johannes's parents. And maybe siblings?
Well, no time like the present. We should...
Maybe.
Johannes, you said you have siblings, right?
Yeah.
Many siblings, as I recall?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many siblings does Johannes have?
I think I have 3. But maybe 4.
Is one of them named Brohannes? Please let one of them be
No.
named Brohannes.
No, I named them all like 5 years ago or 4 years ago or something.
That's a long time.
They also have very, normal names.
That's unfortunate.
I seem to recall you named them all after, a family you are friends with.
Yeah. Jonathan, Josephine,
All right, and then what?
Sebastian.
And Matthias?
Matthias. And those are my siblings.
Are you going to stay in the woods again, or are you going to try and get out?
I mean, what time of day are we at here?
I mean, it took a few hours to get all that stuff done, because you only took a short rest. Started in the morning. It's probably pretty late in the afternoon.
And we're exhausted.
I mean, you did only get a short rest.
I would love to get back to Oakmell and sleep in a bed again. That was great. But
should we march through the night?
well, I mean, it's
That is the
mid-afternoon
opposite
now.
direction of Saxon Heath.
Is it?
Yeah, to get to... You would have to go from the Glade of the Nymphs into Beacon Heath, then Hardriff, then Saxon Heath. From there, you can travel to Valmouth and then Marine.
Is there any
These
way to
like sound like names.
Is there any way to rent a boat?
That won't get you to Marine.
Very it's comical to me that a place called Marine, I can't get there by boat.
Oh. Okay.
It's not called Marina.
I'm looking at the map and I'm realizing where I went so wrong.
You had it upside down. My God, man. How many times I gotta tell you?
Yep. Every time upside down. This entire time, the map inside my brain has had Marine right where Eastcliff is.
You need to study your geography more.
Yeah.
And Eastcliff is a little bit northeast of Millersport.
Eastcliff
All
is
the way-
almost on the other side of the continent.
That is correct. I am not good at geography.
Solinar didn't pay attention in geo school.
So, Solinar is like, yeah, I'd really love to get back to Oakmell. Because then, from there, it's a pretty straight shot, I think, to Saxon Heath, right? I don't know. I actually don't know where Saxon Heath is in relation to everything else.
Well, it's not where you're thinking it is. It's in a completely different place.
It's a river city that's near the center of the continent, but a little to the north.
Oh, well, let's get a boat and take the river.
You are not near the river.
Solinar's like, wait, we're not going south and east?
The opposite, in fact. We're going northwest.
Oh.
All right. So, if you would look at your handouts, you will see that the party is here in the Glade of the Nymphs. They need to go north to, I keep wanting to call it Bacon Heath.
Hell
Beacon
yeah.
Heath.
Bacon Heath.
We got it.
Maybe that's better.
We left
Veggie
oatmeal
bacon.
behind. We're headed to Bacon Heath.
Which is, much like Oakmell, a town that sits on the border of the forest.
Well, if we're headed the opposite direction, I'm not near as useful. Like, the most north I made it was Marine, and that was a pretty straight shot.
Can I roll like local knowledge to determine like if there's a nice place to stop?
I will have you roll history for that.
We're so tired. Maybe it should be survival.
Welcome, guys, to the Quid Pro Roll Nap podcast, where you just listen to us sleep on the mic.
That's
Hell yeah.
a 9.
In my Hongshu era.
Well, you remember that many towns have restaurants that would be nice, and many of those restaurants are on the underside of inns.
The underside of inns.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a
like
weird way to
the-
phrase that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Look, man, it's late. I'm tired.
If you lift the inn up, then like amongst all the insects
Yeah.
and stuff, you'll find a restaurant.
There might be a little innkeeper scurrying away.
That's how you find a roach motel.
Ha 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 ha.
Y'all make fun of me. I'm hilarious. I don't want to hear nothing.
I laughed.
Sarcastically.
Hi, odd.
Rude.
That's Brandon's normal laugh. He's in
Yeah,
a constant
exactly.
state of sarcasm.
That's why everybody thinks I'm a jerk.
So what time of day is it?
Late afternoon.
I don't know that we would make it anywhere before.
We've been talking about this through the whole morning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I think we should just set up camp. I know it'll probably be enough. Is there like late? So it's going to get dark soon, right?
Yes.
it's gonna get dark soon.
I think.
And nothing says restful sleep like camping amongst a sea of burning corpses.
Well, we're not going to make it anywhere. So Koza's going to plant down his staff and make a big mushroom and set out his sleeping rolls.
Do you say a magic phrase when you're making that mushroom? I know you don't have to, but do you for fun?
So I put it down and I go,
Alakashroom.
I go, then it happens.
I like that his verbal components are just nervous stuttering.
Then
you should see his somatic. It's nervous hand movements and ringing.
okay. So Koza animates a dead. Animates
right.
one dead.
All right. As usual, the fungal growth that spreads through the body of the fallen Boris soldier, forming muscle and sinew.
Yeah.
And sort of creaks its body into life.
Can you just keep an eye on things? I'm going to bed. Wake me up if anybody bothers you, okay?
That was so much closer to the mic than it needed to be.
Ringtone.
Ah.
Enjoy that ASMR from me, darling.
Ugh.
That's my ringtone when I call Josh now.
I know you've got it. So I'll just be sleeping right here.
Under the watchful eye of this corpse.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and use my Druid Circle feature to make another zombie. Oh, and let me get a friend for you. So I find like another zombie, and I kind of like it's missing a head. So I go drag a head from another body and kind of put it where the head would be.
All right, as you play these Legos from hell, you make it hoping that they will be friends, not knowing that you in fact animated a pair of people who in life were mortal enemies.
Can I
I mean, they're just fungus. That's not the real
hey,
people.
you know, it would be a really great bit if I could get one more.
Okay.
And then they could be Mo, Larry, and Curly.
There's three sponges.
Guys, they're gonna have so many hijinks while we sleep. And don't see them because we'll be asleep.
Yep, that is going to be what happens.
We wake up, there's a bunch of thrown pies all over the ground.
And one of them's re-dead again.
Another one's missing an eye.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's a lot of like construction equipment scattered around now.
Yeah.
Leaking pipes.
A house was built and destroyed overnight.
Thank you.
The morning comes and passes without immediate incident that you can tell. Though again, you wake up to a series of thrown pies and scattered construction equipment.
In the middle of the night, you see like a scene that would be like where you would normally hear a wolf howling, but instead you just hear like honk 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 of like a little air horn thing.
Not like a whoop 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 whoop.
At one point, Johannes like woke up to pee, and they're just all freeze frame, and they're all standing there like with just like huge cannons at the ready and one fuse going, and one of them just keeps trying to grab the fuse. Johannes is like going in the woods, he's peeing, and then he's walking back. He's like, ah! And then he lays back down to go to sleep, and then the cannon goes off and blasts one of them into pieces.
I like the idea that they all freeze. It's like, hey, it's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this position.
Zach Morris stooge zombies.
He's like, I'm just a bunch of moss, really.
But this would be the summer that I discovered
Terrifying.
I was trying to go as dead-eyed as I could.
And this is the summer I discovered dead dragons.
Except the trouble is that half that joke was looking at the blank expression on your face, which no one on an audio medium is going to be able to see.
That was a powerful enough stare. It might have bled through a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if just like some weird static comes over the...
Gabe just adds the sound of a computer slowly powering down.
I don't think Gabe needs to add the sound. I think that something carried through. I think that somebody's going to like be listening and they're going to lean closer and it's going to be like, you will die in 7 days.
Yeah, I was about to say it's going to be something with very much the Ring energy.
Yeah. It had that same look.
It did not. It's a very different expression. She looks angry. I looked dead.
So, about that sleep.
So, the night passes without incident, aside from the ones that we just described.
Except for tons of incidents.
And you're able to travel through the wood. While you can feel eyes on you, you don't see even squirrels or chipmunks or birds.
So there is like a moment that we do feel eyes on us. And then like we feel it go away because two of those eyes were one of the zombies, and then one of the other zombies saw him staring. It's like, what are you looking at? And did like the poke in the eye.
Yeah. And was like, you can't look like that. This is an audio medium.
You were able to convince your steeds and the cart to get through the rest of the wood so that you don't have to leave it behind. And again, you travel through feeling like you're being watched, but everything is still. Not even the leaves rustle in breeze as you travel. The light of day greets you as soon as you step over the threshold of the forest. You are actually exiting right near where Beacon Heath is, a small farming town that doesn't have much going for it. It's a quiet, idyllic place, the kind of place where everybody's in each other's business, but the community is very strong.
I guess Baba Yaga held true to her word. Because there were definitely points, I don't know if y'all felt that as well, but I was like, oh, there's going to be trouble. Oh, something's right around the next bend. And then we go around the next bend and there's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I definitely at points thought this is going to be the summer that I learned that.
Learn the what?
Oh, sorry. I thought you could hear what I was looking at.
Oh, no. You did get a really powerful look on your face, though.
Oh, thank you. I've been flexing my face muscles.
It shows.
Yeah, I finally mastered the arch eyebrow.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. I'm working on the caterpillar.
That'll be good if you ever need to look incredulous about something.
Yeah, I want to be able to be incredulous whenever I want to be incredulous instead of only when I am incredulous.
Yeah.
So, Bacon Heath.
Bacon ham.
We can probably find that at the inn.
Oh, yeah. Food, an inn.
Bed, a bath, a brush.
A beyond.
So, Arco's is gonna go to the corner of the nearest inn and lift it up to see if there's a tavern underneath it.
It is a generally lively place, nothing particularly rowdy, but there are people who in the late afternoon, early evening have gathered to sing and drink and play games and listen to a local bard sing songs.
I asked the zombies to just stay on the outskirts.
The zombies do as told, with no response on whether or not they feel excluded.
If there's ever something that should be called fungi's, these are them.
I did tell them that if they do feel lonely, to just come and find me.
How very ominous and open-ended, thank you. Are you guys looking for anything in particular, or are you just taverning it up?
I mean, we need to get some solid sleep.
Yeah, I think, Koza's gonna get like some warm stew and hearty bread and other such tavern meals, fantasy tavern meals.
You get a generic fantasy tavern meal that you eat with a wooden spoon.
It says on the menu, generic fantasy tavern special.
Mm-hmm.
The special. It's a nondescript stew with a crust of bread and a tankard of ale.
That's named after a dead guy who probably did some legendary things. Johannes sings songs. I haven't been able to sing songs that I know since the last time I sung songs I knew.
It is an open mic night, so you are welcome to get up and sing.
I get up. I go up to the mic. I go, "Hello, everybody. Been a while since I've been here. Maybe you have heard this one, and if so, you can sing it with me."
Polite applause.
I was born in Beacon Heath, and I like to see things that surround the city, like the farms. There's lots of different animals on those farms, and now we're gonna talk to them all. First, I say hi to the cow, and the cow says moo,
Moo.
and then it says moo, over. And then we go over to the horse next door, and we say, "Hey, neighbor," you say, "Nay."
Nay.
Hey, neighbor.
Nay.
Hey, neighbor.
Nay.
Nay.
Hey, neighbor.
Nay.
Nay.
Doesn't want to talk to us no more. So we go on down the road to the local doggy dog, and we say hello. You say bark.
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 Hello.
Bark.
Bark.
Hello.
Bark.
Bark.
Hello.
Bark.
Bark.
Oh, we got a dog.
Bark, bark.
And the dog comes with as we go on to the cat, and we say hello.
Meow.
Thank you, dog. No, it's not the cat time yet. One person in the crowd, obviously not from around here.
Well,
Okay.
They just start crying and they just run out the door.
The song continues. Well, we keep on going down the street to my neighbor Mark, and Mark likes to drive a tractor, but the tractor's pulled by a donkey named Dave, so we say hello, Dave. He says bye. I don't know the name that a donkey makes by the tone of his
Right.
voice, but he says these things, yeah, ran those things. And then we go to Mark and we say, yo, we're here to pull the tractor because we're Beacon Heath. And if everything knows anybody but us, then they know that we're gonna pull the trees to the side to plant more plants because we're a farming people and we're very proud of our corn.
I like how that morphed into the Beacon Heath High School fight song.
It is the Beacon Heath High School fight song.
I like fart song better.
It's both. You okay, Alex?
God, no, I'm not. That was the episode's over. I'm not going to do anything better than that. That is the best thing that has happened.
Okay, Gabe, play it again. Let's go.
Yeah, just loop it till we hit an hour.
It's the new Quid Pro Roll theme, you guys.
Only when we're in Beacon Heath.
All right, Beacon Heath has gotten a lot more important than I originally intended. All right. So you were all able to respectively get wined and dined and your own rooms to sleep. Is there anything anybody wants to do or address before the next morning?
Food and bath.
You may bath.
Whenever,
All right.
Yeah, I also bath.
And brush my hair.
When it gets a little quieter, I sneak away and go get my zombie friends so they can stay in the room.
So as you are about to sneak, you turn and see in the window both of them standing there staring. You said for them to find you if they felt lonely.
Well, I'm glad that they felt like they could come find me in their times of need. So I'm going to usher them inside through the back door. and to my room where they'll stand in the corner as I sleep.
And I'm sure you feel very safe.
Yeah.
I guess the zombie groaning is kind of like a white noise that helps you sleep.
All right, Solinar, Johannes, Boat.
And
I think
to be clear, I recast the spell, so they got another 24 hours
Okay, got it.
before I go to sleep.
I think once Solinar's eaten something and bathed, he is out. Like, it is direct to bed, collapse in bed, fall asleep almost immediately.
KO Denara.
Yeah, same.
Everybody, you sleep comfortably through the night, getting the benefits of a long rest. You awaken feeling a combination of refreshed and...
Real quick, can everybody just give their, like, sleeping sound? Like, it gives a...
Yeah, Johannes is like...
He should sing the Saxon Heath song or the Beacon Heath song in his sleep.
Yeah, every now and again he's like... And the frog says... Wait a bit.
I think Solinar is the person who's the hardest to sleep near in the party, because I feel like when he's asleep, he's like...
Why does he sound like a ghost?
He's one of the zombies.
Why does he sleep like that?
And then every now and again he says, "Goodness."
Goodness.
Like, seriously, why does he sleep? Why does he sound like a ghost mourning the loss of his dead wife?
Uh-oh, I have bad news for you, Alex.
Oh, no. All those times that Solinar's been married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really catching up with
times.
him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, again, as I was saying, you sleep comfortably through the night, gaining the benefits of a long rest. I swear to God, Chapman.
We haven't heard Alita sleeping.
Yeah, and you won't.
Or Boat.
So,
Boat has great sinuses, so he doesn't make any noise while he sleeps.
Boat has the most sleep apnea in that he only has those parts where he doesn't breathe.
It just
throughout the whole
He takes
night.
one deep breath before he goes to sleep and then just wakes up in the morning.
plunges into the great unknown.
completely blew every single morning.
It's part of his monastery training. He slows his heartbeat and his respiration down at night.
There's been mornings where, like, one of the party members goes to wake Boat up and he's just like clammy, cold, no pulse, and it's like, oh God, Boat's dead. And then he snaps awake and they're like, oh God.
One time Alita had to take the mirror pendant and put it under his nose to see if he was breathing.
Yeah. At this point, though, since we all know it, we just like wake up, and then if Boat's still like in his comatose state, we just throw a pillow at him.
And then hold it over his face just to make sure that he really gets the benefit of being smacked with it.
Is that what that's for?
Benefits of long rest. You wake up refreshed, yet also aching. The ache of a very, very emotionally traumatizing couple of days.
When Boat wakes up, he goes,
Yeah.
Takes a solid deep breath, drinks some water, ready to
Gas like a man that just surfaced from the ocean.
I think first thing out of bed, Solinar goes ahead, gets dressed, makes sure all his stuff is together, and then heads down to the tavern to grab some of that sweet, sweet breakfast.
Solinar, as you head down, you realize that you've gotten up a little bit earlier than it seems most other people have. But yet you hear a shuffling from the downstairs tavern area.
Oh no. Koza's zombies are hanging out in the tavern area. Well, I'd better go take care of this.
As you head down, you see a figure shuffling around, seemingly looking for something.
Now, when you say a figure, is it like, did I go to bed so early that I'm up in like pre-dawn? Like it's...
I mean, I also can say like a dude, but it sort of has a little bit less, gravitas. So you come down and there's a homie and he's looking for stuff. See, that doesn't have
And
the
it's-
same like energy to
A
it.
searching homie.
And is this searching
gotta
A
help out a
homie
homie.
beacon.
A homie in need.
A homie
beacon-
device.
a beacon homie? And is this person? Are they like behind the bar? Are they like out amongst the seats of the
They are out
tavern?
amongst the seats. They seem to be searching under the tables with a level of, I will say, panic.
Solinar is going to, let me see, since his eyes are still a little like adjusting to being awake. Oh, hell yeah. He drops into a stealthy crouch and goes to circle the room to see if he can get a better vantage on the person under the tables.
What did you roll for stealth?
25?
So the figure appears to be a man in about his mid-30s, somewhere in that range, on his hands and knees, shuffling amongst the dirt on the floorboards. He appears to be frantically searching the floor. You could hear him going, I thought it was right here. It can't have gotten far.
Solinar's gonna come, he's gonna stop trying to stealth around and be like, hey, you okay?
You hear a thunk as he gets up, like sharply and quickly enough to bang his head on the underside of the table. He then scrambles up. I wasn't doing anything. There was not up to. The floors needed cleaning.
Is this guy related to Koza?
Distant cousins.
Well, it seemed like you were looking for something, like you were missing something, maybe? I mean, my eyes aren't exactly super sharp, but, you know, if I saw it, I'd let you know.
He kind of looks down and, like, shuffles his feet and begins to lock his fingers together in a nervous gesture before he says, there's a letter. I had been working on it last night, and it looks like I forgot it. No one can read it. I need it back. Unread.
Oh, no one should read. Okay. I was confused for a second because I was like, how did you write a letter that no one can read? Is it only for you? But that makes way more sense. That makes... So and you had it here and you were in the tavern last night?
Yes, I was working on it. I had to leave not soon after the blonde guy's song, but it was here when I left.
This is a famous song from the region. It's not the blonde guy's song.
Yeah, but you were the one singing it.
You gave the definitive performance of it, so
Oh
it's
my
your song
God.
now.
The artist formerly known as the blonde guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the blonde guy's song was like late afternoon. Like that's a lot of time for it to just be sitting out. I would bet that the staff picked it up and either disposed of it or maybe tucked it behind the bar.
I don't think they did. See, I might have snuck behind the bar, looking for it, and I didn't see it anywhere.
Oh. Well, maybe a second set of eyes should take a look behind the bar just to be sure.
All right, go ahead.
Solinar's going to slide around behind the bar. Investigation?
Yes.
15.
You're able to search around, and you see the corner of an envelope sticking out from between what appears to be a ledger of expenses for each of the days of the tavern being open.
Okay, sure, but what else do I find?
You are also going to find a small book of cocktail recipes and a bag of 30 gold coins.
A book of cocktail recipes, but no booze?
I mean, yeah, there's booze back there, but you're looking in the space where there's like... I didn't think you were looking for alcohol because you don't need to search for that.
Well, you know, while I'm looking for other things, perhaps, not a top shelf liquor, but perhaps a mid-shelf liquor.
There are many of the liquors. I just didn't expect you to feel like you had to roll for booze.
A morning cap, as it were.
Solinar was doing his due diligence of searching for things. He's not going to take gold off of a small town tavern patronage. That seems unkind and unfair.
Also, why don't they lock up their booze at night?
It's a small town.
They might not even lock the door.
Solinar's going to lift a. I'm gonna say he's gonna like weight test a few bottles to see if he can find one that's most of the way empty. Take that one, and then he's gonna drop a couple silver pieces in that bag o' gold. And then he's gonna go ahead and pop that in his pack, and he's gonna pull the letter from the ledger. Does it look like something that was in progress?
It does.
Is this your card?
Oh God! He like jumps for it and like swings to snatch it.
So I don't think Solinar is like actively trying to keep this dude from having his stuff, but I also think that reaction immediately has Solinar defensive.
Roll
so he
sleight
takes
of
like
hand.
the half step back. How does a 31 treat you?
You are absolutely like you. It for a moment floats in the air as you are about to toss it to him, but as he snatches it, you see that and shoot out your arm like a frog's tongue and grab it back behind your back.
Hey. I am helping you find this, and you are getting very grabby, friend.
I'm sorry. Just that letter's my whole future.
Okay, all right. You can have it. I just manners are important. And Solinar produces the letter and hands it over gently.
Oh, bless you, sir. Oh, may the green dragons protect you. Okay. Thank you, sir. I gotta...
Oh, wait. Hold on. Green dragons? Was that like a bounty hunting group, or...?
No. They're large... lizard-like creatures.
Oh, literal green dragons. Are you a dragon priest?
No. Our town has one, but no, we are just fortunately all under the protection of the green dragons.
Gotcha. Like they fly overhead?
There's a shrine. You can go see it. It's in the town square.
Cool. Sounds cool. I'm from Tulare, so I don't know so much about like local customs. Do you want to talk about the letter at all, or you on your way?
I'm on my way, sir. Thank you for your discretion in this matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem at all. And Solinar's gonna tail this guy.
So we go on down the road to the local doggy dog and we say hello. You say bark.
Bark.
Hello.
Bark.
Bark.
Hello.
Bark.
Bark.
Hello.
Bark.
Bark.
Oh, we got a dog.
Bark.
Quid Pro Roll is a co-production of Alpha Comics and Games with Goblins and Growlers. Our audio production and all original music composition is provided by Gabriel Perez. He can be found at Amethyst Audiomancer on Instagram. The voice of Alita and our DM for the podcast is Alex Smith. She can be found at Alpha Comic Games on Twitter. The voice of Charles Gravy Boat Barnes is Brandon Dingus. He can be found at Way of Brandalore on Twitter. The voice of Eek and Koza are Chapman Adams. He can be found at What Are Birds on Instagram. The voice of Johannes is Alan. He can be found at The Dungeon Meowster on Instagram. And finally, the voice of Solinar is me, Josh Maltby, and I can be found at BlackCloakDM on Twitter. Thanks so much for listening. Oh, wait, is this a gap fill for notes taking? Times like these, I find myself wondering,
like many other times in a young man's journey, will this be the day that this old cowpoke finally finds true love?
Hello.
Yeehaw.
Moo.
At last, I'm joined by 3 eligible single people. I was going to say bachelors, but that's mighty presumptive.
Hello, I'm single, and I work the pump station. I pump the butter through the churner, and then they automated the rest of it.
What did I miss? I was trying to get... What happened?